Good afternoon. I'm Director of Alumni Relations, and we welcome you to the Bette Memorial Academy. We're delighted that you're joining us for this very special event. The Academy honors exceptionally successful alumni in business, leadership, community, educational, and philanthropic endeavors. The honorees are alumni who have reached great heights of success in their professional lives. Bette Ann Mammone, class of '78, had a dream of creating a forum whereby alumni could share the ways of the world with students who were about to go out into that world. Although Bette passed away in 2017, before that dream became a reality, the class of 1978 took up her cause and established the Academy in her memory. We are very fortunate to have a dear friend of Bette's with us, who has been instrumental in making her dream come true. To tell us more about that, please help me welcome Lori Steenberg-Weller, class of 1978.
Hello, I am Lori Steenberg-Weller for the class of '78. Thanks again for joining us as we honor our classmate, Bette Ann Mammone. And welcome to our inaugural presentation of the Bette Ann Mammone 78 Memorial Academy. Bette was my roommate freshman year, and the very first classmate I met at Columbia Dorm in September of 1974. She was a stunning young woman, just stunning, smart and friendly and funny, all the things you wish for in a roommate. I had in Bette. I will say she also immediately hung up something called show towels, which none of us were allowed to touch, ever. And she occasionally slept with her eyes open, which was a little alarming, especially at 2 in the morning, but we became fast friends like immediately. Bette was a true EC girl even before day one. She never wanted to attend any other college, and her love for our alma mater ran deep and true. At our 35th reunion in 2013, a bunch of us were sitting around in one of the dorm rooms we borrowed for the weekend, and somebody, and I think it was me actually, said, wistfully or whining me, "Gee, I wish we could come back to school again just for 1 week." And true to form, Bette Ann latched right onto that thought, and she ran with it. It said, "Just think of the many varied and accomplished careers all of us were pursuing. We could come back and teach each other about what we did for a living." Armin Matisse, class of '77, chimed in, and everybody started to riff on this idea. What a great way to get alums who hadn't been back to campus to return and share their expertise with students. Alums could talk about their experiences in the real world, how a degree in one area doesn't necessarily lead to a career in that particular field. They could share opportunities for networking and mentoring and on and on. Over the months that followed that time, Bette Ann and Armin hammered out a proposal for the Academy at Elmira College, and in June of 2014 presented it to the then interim president of the school. Both were 100% committed to this dream of theirs, but in spite of their efforts, and it just didn't come together. And then in June of 2017, we lost our girl, just weeks after the reunion. By then, the class of '78 had already started planning our 40th coming up in 2018, and we racked our collective brain trust for a tribute that might be fitting to honor her memory. And we wondered, well, why not resubmit the Academy plan that Bette Ann was so excited about? We got Armin on the phone. He contacted our new president, Chuck Lindsay, and the rest, as they say, is historical. We owe heartfelt thanks to many for the fulfillment of this and my roomie's dream. President Lindsay for his receptiveness and for recognizing the value of the project and on the value of the project. Mike Rogers, VP of Advancement, who for approving it and passing it along to the alumni board. The engagement committee of the alumni board, chaired by Mike Schipper, who agreed to take on the Academy and make it their own. Peggy, director of major and planned gifts, Elmira College, Director of Alumni Affairs, for everything. I mean, just for making this whole thing come together. It's just amazing. Armin Matisse, co-author of the program, Steve Glick, 78, who is our inaugural speaker, who was totally invested in this event and program. The 78 Reunion Committee, Cindy Olson, Tim Pierce, Rocky Patrick Carr, and Mr. Mike Shipman again for their tireless dedication to making this academy a reflection of Bette Ann's love for EC. And also several cat rodeo conference calls, which were just ridiculous, and nobody knew what anybody was talking about. Each and every person who made a donation, who bought one of Rocky's raffle tickets, purchased swag from our 78 online store, or participated in our Thunderbird wine tasting. Yeah, I'm going to tweet that stuff, it was so bad. Because of them, we not only met but surpassed our $25,000 goal. Anna Mammone, Bette Ann's amazing daughter, who's here with us today. Bette Ann would be so happy to see her here. She supported us, assisted us, and actually wanted to attend our 40th reunion and hang out with a bunch of 78, class of 78 geriatrics in purple and gold kids, and Winky fedoras. You should be an actress. And of course, Bette Ann. She's the one who should be standing here right now, talking to all of you, not me. My roomie was an amazing woman, mother and friend. We will cherish and remember her always. Final thanks go to EC for countless past and ongoing opportunities for learning and friendship and support. Godspeed, Bette Ann, and here's to you, Elmira, and as you have taught us, be it ever so.
Thank you, Lori, for that touching tribute. It is now my pleasure to introduce the 15th president of Elmira College, Dr. Charles Lindsay.
Well, thank you and good afternoon. I want to thank Lori for that wonderful introduction and telling us a little bit of the history as to how we got to this exciting point. And also letting us know that your roommate slept with your eyes. That was a very special thing to hear about. As we learned, the Academy recognizes an exemplary alumnus, alumna of the college who has risen to substantial heights in his or her career and has now returned to campus to share that journey and the lessons that have been learned along the way. Apparently there are 10 lessons. Only 10. So the inaugural honor is indeed, honoree is indeed an exemplary alum and fittingly a classmate of Bette's from the class of 1978. Steve has navigated a successful global career, serving in a variety of diverse, challenging, and prominent roles both in the United States and overseas. He's the former senior VP, Chief Legal Officer, and Corporate Secretary of Public Storage, an S&P 500 company and the second largest real estate company in the U.S. It operates thousands of unique and diverse locations in the United States and Europe, totaling more than 142 million net rentable square feet of real estate, with business parks adding another 28 million square feet. Before joining Public Storage, Steve was General Counsel for the Americas for Technology, following 6 years as Executive Vice President for Business Affairs, Licensees, and Business Development at Paramount Pictures in Hollywood, California, and London, England. In addition to his decade-plus of experience in the entertainment industry, Steve served for 7 years as General Counsel to 2 major British public companies, including Ladbrokes plc, Europe's largest gaming company, and then owner of Hilton International. The first 8 years of Steve's career were spent as a bank and corporate finance lawyer in New York, London, and Paris offices of Shearman & Sterling, a major international law firm. Steve is chairman of Gipper Media, Incorporated, an athletic communications service based in Santa Monica, California. So following his graduation, magna cum laude from Elmira College, he earned a master's degree in politics and government of Russia from the London School of Economics, and his Juris Doctor with honors from the University of Connecticut School of Law. He served on numerous boards of public, private, and nonprofit institutions, and in the first 2 decades of his career was a widely published author on a broad range of legal topics, especially involving human rights. We're so fortunate to have someone here of his caliber. Please join me in welcoming Steve Glick, class of 1978.
Thank you. Good afternoon, President Lindsay, trustees, alumni, if there's any faculty here, I don't know, and students. And the first thing I want to say is that it's truly an honor to be the inaugural speaker of the Bette Ann Mammone 78 Memorial Academy. Bette, as mentioned, was a classmate of mine. While she was here, she was involved in Octagon, in the yearbook, in student government, among many other activities. And I knew her, although not close to her particularly well, I knew her as a kind-hearted, warm, fun, intelligent woman. And I was saddened by her passing last year. And I'm delighted that her daughter could be here today. And I'm really here because of that. In the last few years of her life, as you learned, she dreamed of creating this forum where alumni could share the ways of the world with the students who were about to go into that world. And we heard from Lori that she passed away, of course, before that was possible. But thanks to her good friends, in particular to Armin Battisti, the class of 77, and to my classmates, who are both here, Mike and Lori, her dream has become a reality. And I really am proud and grateful to Mike and Lori and Armin and my class for helping make all of this happen. As soon as I was selected to be the speaker, the Academy's first speaker, I sort of thought, what would Bette want me to say to students? And my talk is really focused to students, the students that are here. What would you want me to share about the world that they're about to enter? And to be honest, I didn't know where or how to begin, and thought about it for a while. And it reminded me of my preparing to be one of my class's candlelight speakers back in 1978, standing atop the puddle. Then I recalled just recently that I was standing on the street corner in New York City, on Lexington Avenue, near Bloomingdale's, if you know that neighborhood. And a young woman walked up to me, and she said something like, I live in Queens and work in Chelsea, and I don't know where I'm going. So I replied to her, if you don't know where you're going, you won't get there. And she laughed, as some of you just laughed. But that's the first point I wanted to make to the students in the back row. That's where I always sat. That if you don't know where you're going, it is hard to get there. So it's a big advantage in everything you say and do, a great aid in your career, to know what you want to do and where you want to go. And I'll give you an example from my life. From a young age, my mother, who dropped out of high school to elope at age 16, and who was a mother before age 18, she always told me that I was going to be a lawyer when I grew up. And I don't know why she chose that career for me, and hopefully my wife will remind me to ask her, because she's 83 and I can still ask her. I don't know why she chose that career for me, but she repeated over and over again, for as long as I can remember, that I was going to be a lawyer. And it was so much so that ultimately her ambition for me to be a lawyer became my ambition. And I never seriously thought about another career. I was going to be a lawyer. And despite a detour, as President Lindsay mentioned, to graduate school, junior or graduate school in England, the legal goalposts were always clearly in front of me. And then once I went to law school, my dream was to become an international lawyer. Or at least that was the dream my wife and I, my wife's British, that we shared in the hope that we could return to London to live and work. So in law school, I was driven, really driven to get summer jobs and full-time jobs with an international law firm in New York City that had overseas offices, particularly in London. And I tried in law school to tick as many of the law school boxes, and some of them are similar to college boxes, as possible. You know, good grades, law review. I was president of the International Law Society. I was actually president of my freshman class here. That was interesting. I was a research assistant in Soviet law and human rights. And then I applied for hundreds, I mean literally hundreds of jobs for the summer and full time. And for the students at the back, I got one appropriate summer job offer. I mean, I had a couple of offers, but only one that really fit what I wanted to do. And then when I applied for full-time employment, I got one offer that just happened to be from the second largest and arguably the most preeminent international law firm at that time, with offices overseas and in London. But one. All it takes is one. So don't give up. And this was the early 80s, before many of you in the back rows were born, and it was before the globalization of the world's markets. So at that time, there was only a handful of U.S. law firms with offices overseas, particularly in London. And most of these offices had less than a handful of U.S. qualified lawyers. But still, once I realized that was my goal, to be transferred to my London's office, that's what I pushed for once I was in the law firm. You know, from day one, what do I have to do to get to that international overseas office? You know, I knew where I wanted to go, and that just made it so much easier. It was a blessing in a way. So miraculously, I did get transferred to that London office, after spending 2 years in New York. And I tell you all of this not to encourage you to follow your mother's or father's advice, okay? But to follow your own heart and your own mind, but try to know the end game, where you want to go. And in following your heart and mind, to borrow from Socrates, it's essential to know thyself. And this ancient Greek aphorism, which I actually first heard about here in an intro to philosophy with John McLaughlin, some 44 years ago. Is that possible? Yeah, it is. That's one of the most famous sayings that's inscribed at the Temple of Apollo. And Socrates taught that the unexamined life is not worth living. So I'd encourage each of you students or young alumni, really anyone, to study really objectively and truthfully your strengths and weaknesses, your likes, your dislikes, your temperament, your work habits, your wishes, your desires, and be sure as far as you can, that your career choice mirrors as closely as possible what you really want to do. So you need to know yourself and be true to yourself. And I have no doubt that if you do that, you have a far better chance of being successful in your career than if you don't. And I'm not saying not to follow your dreams, but I think you need to really do a fact check on those dreams to the extent you can, to see if they conflict in any way with who you really are or what you really are capable of achieving. Because if they're not realistic, then they're really not dreams, they're fantasies. But if they're realistic and if they're true to who you are, then it's something you can really follow. And I was going to share, actually, my top 10 career highlights. And I didn't really want to put up highlights about a merger that closed, or a public offering of a company. So I really am putting forward much more personal highlights. But in many ways, all these experiences were the result of the courses I took when I was here, the professors I had when I was here, and the friends that I made in college. And it was here at Elmira, really of all places, that my international career was really launched. In my freshman year, when I was 18, it was the first time I went overseas, and it was with Elmira's trimester program. I went to Canterbury for 6 weeks, Dr. Marsden. It was here in my sophomore year in Professor Atkins' his history course that I first became interested in 19th century Russian history, and that's an interest which continues to this day. It was part of Elmira College as a participant in the junior year abroad program, as was Bette. She went to Oxford, I went to London School of Economics. That is where I was first exposed to an international, truly international student body, and to really the richness and diversity of Europe. It was a very special year. And then as a senior here, I did community service with the Chemung, I think it was called the Chemung County Neighborhood Legal Society, and also with an immigrant Russian family. And it was all those experiences that started here that led me to graduate school in Russian politics at the London School of Economics, to meeting my Welsh wife in London, and ultimately to law school in this international legal and business career that was described a bit before, in really some of the world's great cities. So in many ways, it really all started here, where many of you are sitting right now. In the, there's a quote that appeared alongside my yearbook photo. In the solitude of our minds, we look to the future, for we know what we are, but not what we may be. And when you all become what you may be, and you look back on your career, I think you may be able, as I am, to connect many of the dots back to your time here at Elmira College. Okay. So, when looking at my career path, the first thing I wanted to say is I went from New York to London to Paris, back to London, and then to Los Angeles. People talk about career planning. It's probably an oxymoron in some cases. I didn't plan any of this at the outset. You know, I think what I did is I pursued opportunities as they arose, particularly once I got to London, which was the first really short-term objective. And I was attracted, as some of you may be, by sort of tertiary aspects of the job, like travel and adventure. It wasn't always just the job, the nuts and bolts of the job itself. So these are really more of my personal top 10 career highlights. But that was, there's one company omitted, but that's largely my career path. Started at a law firm in New York, ended at public storage in California. I retired 3 years ago. So the first thing, for me, one of the great highlights was working in two of the great cities in the world, in London and Paris. It's where I met my wife. It's where I got to use my high school French in Paris, and I wouldn't recommend that to anyone. My 2 years in Paris was shortened because my French was the second worst in an office of 40 lawyers. But being in Europe provided great work opportunities, but for those of you who spent time in Europe, it just provided a great opportunity to travel and see that part of the world. Okay. So I mentioned I first came across Russian history here at Elmira, then I did some of my junior year at the LSE, and then I went to graduate school. So for me, a great highlight was I spoke reasonable Russian, and when the wall came down, I got sent to Moscow for 3 months as part of an exchange program with a newly formed Russian law firm. You know, that time in the early 90s in Russia was fascinating, when the Soviet Union was gone and there was really a vacuum and nothing was in place. So it's just a fantastic opportunity. I should say these are in no particular order. As a young lawyer, I actually went to China for the first time with 2 professors from my law school, one of whom later became the dean of the law school. set up an exchange program between our law school and a school in Beijing. So I was really happy to get to go back professionally with Paramount Pictures. I was in charge of our home entertainment business in Asia, and this is, for those of you in the back rows, it may not seem like a big deal, but DVD was a very big deal for about a decade for the studios. It was the main source of revenue, and it created a lot of growth. And so the Chinese market, which was huge, it was a very big, exciting step to go to Shanghai and launch the business. So that was very special. Unfortunately, or fortunately, we know where the DVD business went. A few years before that, I just had a great chance to, when I was working at Ladbrokes, which owned all the Hiltons outside the United States. In the post-apartheid era, South Africa was opening up to foreign investment. Foreign investors were finding the market potentially more attractive once the country stabilized. And it appeared to us at Ladbrokes Hilton that it was a great opportunity for the combination of hotel, casino, resorts that we had in other parts of the world. But for me, what made the trip so special, as I mentioned here, is I got to go with the head of development in a helicopter and fly over beaches to look at possible locations. You know, just as a lawyer behind your desk, most of the time, you don't get out in the field, so that was very special. Brazil, I don't know if some of you been to Brazil. I just love going to Brazil. I love the people and I love the food. The work was secondary. It was just fun. And this guy pictured here, who I met, is the Walt Disney of Brazil. And he had this, not Mickey Mouse character, but it was called Monica's Gang. It was a little gang of animated. It's very well known to every kid in Brazil. And we created a feature film. And I got to go there with him for the openings. And in home entertainment, you didn't get to the theatrical premieres all that much, because you were further downstream. So this was like a big moment for me to be with, actually, Mauricio de Souza, and going, and again, by helicopter. It was so cool. Landing on roofs in Sao Paulo, because we had to get around town. There's like 20 million people in Sao Paulo, and worse traffic than Los Angeles or New York. So that was just a tremendous experience. Then I was in an awkward position. I really don't know how I got there. To be in Bucharest, working on the new privatization law for Romania once Ceausescu had been overthrown. And I never had drafted any legislation. Probably hadn't really read much legislation, ever. But with, I think it was Coopers and Lybrand, one of the big accounting firms, and us, as a pro bono matter, we said, yes, we'll help you, create a new privatization law. And we were holed up inside some buildings, some ministry, and outside people were protesting and chanting in Romanian, but I was told they wanted privatization law. And we were in there writing it. And I didn't think I was qualified to do that, but that was the job, and we eventually got it done. It was very criticized. Lots of problems with the implementation, but it was sort of an amazing experience, which included going to Ceausescu's winter resort to further work out of town, away from the pressure on the privatization law. This is just about food and wine. When I was at Ladbrokes, which owned all the Hiltons outside the United States, or operated all the Hiltons, for the 40th anniversary of Hilton, they decided just to have a big dinner party in France. And they brought in 5 Hilton chefs from around the world to cook the dinner. And it was just a fun boondoggle sort of thing. But it was great. Don't hate me for this. Okay. This was one of my favorite things, Jackass. When I was at Paramount, Jackass produced, MTV produced a TV show. MTV was owned, part of Viacom, as was Paramount. And they did the first feature film. And it was a huge success, but it was filmed in Japan, and because it violated Japanese public policy, I don't know if any of you here saw Jackass, but there were scenes of Japanese people being interviewed that they hadn't consented, and there were some foul things going on in the streets and in the houses, and all of it made it illegal to release the film in Japan. And it was a big hit everywhere, and I was desperate to get it on DVD. So it's one of my proudest moments, to be honest. And I convinced, and it takes a lot of people in these big companies, I convinced the powers that be at MTV and at Paramount to go back, take the film, edit out the offensive parts, and give it a theatrical release to boost the DVD. And we did it, and it was a success. And I actually had that poster in Japanese. But unfortunately, my son, without asking me, took it to college and lost it. And I can't find it anywhere. So if anyone ever sees Jackass the movie in Japanese, please let me know, because I haven't been able to find it. But that was a great experience. Another one, again, was just going to the World Cup. It was our first World Cup as a family in 2002, and we went with Paramount as part of a small team, and my wife and 2 boys came. So that was very special. Okay. Any Grease fans? I was a Grease fan before I joined Paramount. And I don't know if any of you here remember the Beverly Hillbillies show. Okay, good. I don't know if you remember the theme song, which I used to read to my children at night. I made it up. They said Hollywood is the place you want to be. Swimming pools, movie stars. So I was working at Paramount on the lot, and it was the 20th anniversary of the release of the Grease movie. And for the first time in those 20 years, John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John came together on the studio lot and sang, I think, about 3 songs. And there were people rolling on roller skates with serving ice cream. It's like this whole 50s theme. And it was a lot of fun. My mother happened to be I think my mother was in LA at the time, and so she got to go, and we went with our kids. It was a lot of fun. It was very memorable. So it was one of my sort of memorable film experiences. And the other one that I mentioned here was I don't remember too much about it, but I was in London for the premiere of Tomb Raider, and there was some drinking, and I wanted to go into the inner, like Hollywood has circles and inner circles and inner circles. I wanted to get into the real inner circle where Billy, Bob, and Jolie were, and the security guy stopped me, and then Billy Bob, who I think was not really sober, said, "Come on in." So he waved me in, and I talked to him for a while, and it was an interesting experience. And then again, this is just totally personal. We had a business at Paramount in Hong Kong, selling DVDs until the pirated market just drove it out of business, because there was a lot of piracy, and you could buy one of ours for $20 or buy one of theirs for $1. So we eventually closed it for about 5 years. I went to Hong Kong 3 or 4 times a year, and this was the view from my hotel, and I just loved the view of the harbor and of Hong Kong Island from Kowloon. It was just very special, along with the city. It's sort of like small New York. And then I have what I call a bonus slide. And I don't want to end on a down or negative note, so I want everyone to join me in looking on the bright side of this, because I was a survivor, but I was working in my office in London late one Friday night with 4 colleagues when an IRA bomb in 1992 went off at the base of my building. 4 of us were in a conference room, and next thing we knew, we were on the floor. And we were on the only side of the building where all the windows didn't blow out, on the 13th floor. Fortunately, there was one colleague in my office who was at a desk and got hit for a lot of glass. But we made it out fine. There were 3 people killed and many injured in that bombing. But I survived. My law firm, after I signed the release, gave me a bomb bonus. But I first had to sign the release. It wasn't a lot of money. But I was very lucky, to be not injured or even killed that night. Anyway, so that's it for my highlights. They're more personal, as I said, than professional. But one of the reasons I liked international was to have the opportunity, to work in places overseas and to travel, and it definitely fulfilled those ambitions. So with that, if there's any questions, I can take questions from anyone. Yes.
Do you have any advice for anyone that's going to be applying for the law school or grad school?
Yeah, it's very mundane. The question is if you have any advice for someone applying to law school or grad school. I mean, so much of it seems still to be about, your LSAT scores, your GMAT scores. So that's important, so prepare for those. Like, I actually didn't realize I was in England, I didn't really prepare for my LSATs, and the scores reflected that. I could have done more, but I was overseas, and there wasn't all those courses available then. So I'd say prepare, for that standardized exam as best you can. Do as well as you can in college, particularly in, the subjects that are more relevant to graduate school that you're pursuing. And they're looking at a lot of other, I understand, extra, curricular. I was on the board of my law school, so I know from that experience. They're looking at a lot of extracurricular activities. In fact, I was told I got into my law school because of the Russian stuff I was doing. And I was told I got into my law firm because of all the time I had spent in Europe. This is after joining. So some of those extracurricular activities can be the difference between, applicants who otherwise equally qualify. But I don't know what to say other than that. Any other questions?
Steve, how did you come to choose to attend Elmira College?
That's a great question. I applied, like most of us, I think, I applied to 3 colleges. I think that was more the norm back then, maybe 3 to 5. I wanted to go, having grown up in a big city and having for most of my high school gone to very large schools. I mean, until my last 2 years in high school, my schools were between 400 and 700 a grade, so they were pretty big schools. So I thought I wanted something rural and smaller. So I applied here and to Trinity College in Connecticut, where I was rejected, and to BU, where I got in, and then came here because the small and the rural, sort of. I never even visited though. That's how times have changed. I just showed up the first day. And my parents had nothing to do with it. Any other questions? Yes?
Good afternoon. My name is Shea Wolkoff. Your career has moved around to a number of different companies, and I don't want this to come out wrong, but was that by your design, or were you seeked out by those organizations, or why were there a number of jumps in your career?
Yeah, it's largely by my design, other than one company. When I left Technicolor to go to Public Storage, the new CEO came into Technicolor, and I was a regional executive for the Americas, and he eliminated the entire regional structure. But other than that, for me, I guess I'm just sort of an impatient person, and I like moving around, and so I was at most companies for like 5 or 6 years, and then I was sort of ready for a move. And other than when I moved from a law firm into in-house, the moves were all better in the sort of standard ways as well. So it was largely my own too, believe it or not. As I said, like when I was in Paris, I got pushed back to London because my French wasn't good enough. But I didn't get pushed out of that. Anything else? Anything standing between you and the reception?
What do you think some of the biggest challenges of having an international business, international law career have been, and also maybe for the students who are thinking about a career in international business or international law? What would your advice be to negotiate those challenges?
Yeah. Well, in a way, in some ways, I think it was easier for me because it was less competitive. Like when Bette and I did junior abroad, that was sort of exotic in America in the 70s. Now every college pretty much has a junior or pro program. And like when I spoke Russian in the 70s and went to the Soviet Union, no one spoke English there. I was in Russia this summer for 2 weeks. I hadn't been there in 15 years. So many people spoke English. You know, so I would have said, in answer to your question, I would have said, I still think I'd say, really master another foreign language if you can. It's not too late. Because I still think that's, you know, very marketable to have learn more languages other than English, but English is the international language of business. So sometimes you can just get away with being good at what you do in English. But you know, if you have an opportunity to work overseas, things like when I went to London, my wife and I went in 86. It was for a 2-year assignment, and we stayed 16 years. You know, because one thing just like, and not with the same company, just created opportunities. So if you can get overseas, that's half the battle, I think, in a lot of these cases. I mean, we have a young friend who just graduated from USC a couple of years ago, and he joined IBM, and first he was posted to England, and he was posted to Russia, and he was posted somewhere else, and now he's back in the States. But his first 3 or 4 years, he's seen the world. Incredible. I'm not sure I fully answered the question, but... Anyone else? Okay. Thanks very much. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Steve, and thank you for being a part of this first Mammone Academy. Thank you all who have attended today also. I invite you to a reception in the Rotunda to catch up with Steve and visit a little bit with Steve and his family. Again, thank you.